I do feel a little bit like embarrassed being like, Mom and Dad, I'm 100 guys.
Alright.
I do feel
Wait. Why this shit be starting so quick?
a little bit like embarrassed being like, Mom and Dad, I'm 100 guys.
Why?
I guess because it's not really what my parents would have wanted me to do.
I don't think anyone's parents would want their daughter to smash 100 guys as a career. You could have been an astronaut, a lawyer, a teacher, or even a Twitch streamer. But no, you chose to be the face of thottery.
Doesn't mean to say my parents are like gonna disown me or hate me or anything like that. I just don't want them to think less of me. You know?
This makes absolutely no sense at all. You're telling me that you wanted to sleep with 100 men in one day. You wanted to publicize it and everything, right? You wanted everyone to know about this. But you don't want your parents to shame you? That's like me saying, oh yeah, I want to be a criminal. I want to rob people, kill people, commit arson, punch babies, all that. Everything illegal in the book, I want to do that. But I don't want to go to jail though. I don't want to do the time when I do the crime, you know? Ma'am, that is...
You can't lie. He's on to something. He's on to something now. I don't know who Shorty Doo-Wop is, but the way she thinking is a little off. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, can't really expect, you know, your parents are humans, you know, they own individual, you know?
the consequences of your actions. Like, what are you talking about? If your parents were to shame you for sleeping with 100 men in 24 hours, you should be happy because that means that you have a pretty good set of parents. It'd be pretty dumb for your parents to be out here co-signing like, oh yeah, my daughter, she's the sweetest human being in the world, you know, in her career, smashing 100 guys in 24 hours on OnlyFans. Like, what? This woman makes no sense. Now, I'm pretty sure we all know who this woman is. This woman is Lillian Phillips. I've talked about her briefly in a recent video, but I never really went too in-depth on her. And I feel like in this video, I kind of want to go in-depth on this whole situation. So essentially, she's this OF girl who slept with 100 men in one day, vlogged her entire process.
So this is real. Like, she probably recruited 100 niggas, said, yo, everybody, I need y'all to come at these certain times. I'm trying to, or I need 5 of y'all in a group each hour.
And uploaded it to OnlyFans. And recently a YouTuber named Josh Peters did a whole documentary on the lead up to her sleeping with 100 men and the aftermath, which I highly recommend checking it out. I'm gonna link it in the description below. But yeah, this woman slept with 100 guys in 24 hours. To be more specific, 100 guys in 14 hours from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. She was on the 14-hour shift getting the meets back to back, no Drake. This woman got an Airbnb, had a bunch of guys coming in and out like a revolving door. She had people STD test as well, but in the documentary she said that a lot of people canceled, and like it got to a point where some people that came would just call and just be like, yo, pull up, and then one of their homies would pull up and just hop in line, which is crazy. I know somebody's walking out of there with an STD or something. I'd hate to be that 100th guy, you know? That man's probably walking out with HIV, gonorrhea, Ebola, anything in the book he's walking out with. I'd hate to be a guy just in this whole situation in general. Like, do you know how desperate of a man you have to be to sit in line and do something like this? Even the woman, I'm gonna get to her. I'm gonna get back to Lillian Phillips in a minute. But as a man, you sat in line knowing that all the...
That shit is so damn bad. Nigga said, alright, I'm number 51. So when 50 guys done with her, I'm gonna have my turn. I'm gonna get in that. You heard that?
These other dudes smashed this woman and you still did it at the end of the day. There was even a clip in the documentary of this one dude who like did his thing, right? And then he was shaking afterwards. Like, I don't know what happened. I guess like some demons came out while he was having intercourse or something, and I guess he got haunted. I don't know. I'd also hate to be the Airbnb owner, because imagine you let someone rent out one of your properties, right? You're thinking that they're taking a nice vacation, but nah, they're getting clapped for the entire day. Like, the stench within the air of the Airbnb has got to be diabolical. Like, you're gonna need more than air freshener to get rid of that stench. I don't even think it's possible to clean the house after something like this. You just gotta burn the whole crib down. Now, you may be wondering why. Why would a woman do such a thing? Now, for me personally, I thought this was like some sort of marketing stunt to promote her OnlyFans, which it probably is. That's most likely an ulterior motive, but she claimed in this documentary that it was her fantasy before she was even in the industry.
I think other people in the industry definitely look down on me for doing this, but I think at the end of the day, people forget that it's also my fantasy, and this is also something that I'm really enjoying and want to do and have wanted to do before I was even in the industry.
There are so many fantasies you could have on this planet, and your fantasy is sleeping with 100 men in one day. Please bring back creativity and imagination. This woman could have said, like, my fantasy, you know, is maybe eating some Wingstop off the back of a dragon, but no, she said smashing 100 dudes. Like, bro. And all throughout this documentary, this woman was claiming how much she apparently loves doing this, how excited she is, and how it's empowering to take 100 guys in one day. There's actually this one part that I thought was pretty funny where Josh Peters, the dude who made the documentary, asked her if she'd refer to herself as a feminist for this.
Would you refer to yourself as a feminist?
Yeah, at the end of the day, doesn't feminists mean like you just want equal rights for boys and girls? And yeah, I do what I want and I do it because I enjoy it. I think there are obviously some women that maybe go into because they have to or need the money and stuff like that, or they're kind of coached into it by men. But my personal experience is I've only ever felt empowered by the fact that I'm making.
So she doing it for the fun of it. Nigga say, yo, son, like, I always wanted to get railed by 100 guys. Like, I'm gonna feel real empowered. Like, pause.
Money off something that I think guys will do anyway. Like, guys are always going to sexualize me, so I may as well try and profit off that bit.
Okay, maybe this woman might be like dyslexic or something, but I'm pretty sure she's confusing the word feminist with the word thought. Like, there is no way in hell that sleeping with 100 guys could be considered feminism. How is sleeping with 100 guys making women equal to men? If anything, it's making you look worse because it makes you look easy. I mean, you gave it up to 100 dudes in one day. How is someone supposed to look at you normally after that? So I don't understand. How is this an act of feminism? I wonder, is she also doing this because it's more socially acceptable for men to have higher body counts? So to make women equal to men, she's sleeping with a ton of guys to spike up her body count so women feel better about having higher body counts? Like, is that her like goal here? Is that her goal from this? And if that is an ulterior motive, that still doesn't make sense because at the end of the day, you gave it up to 100 guys in 24 hours, 14 to be specific. No matter how you spin it, this woman still looks stupid. Like your box was more free than a Costco sample on the weekends. What do you mean you're a feminist? What also doesn't make sense is that this woman said, guys are always going to try and sexualize me, so I might as well make some profit off of it. Not every dude is going to do that. Yeah, there's some weirdos out here that's going to sexualize every single woman that they see, but I can assure you that that's not every single dude. I mean, for crying out loud, look at this economy.
It's not me. I'm a sweetheart. I really love on my shorties. I really like cuddle them. Rock ass to sleep like she a baby.
Chickens are $3. You think that we're over here worried about trying to sexualize a woman 24/7? No, we're trying to get this bag. You're telling me that I gotta pay $3 for a McChicken? This low-grade meat from Mickey D's? Hell no. Not every man is worried about sexualizing you when we got bigger fish to fry. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest. During this whole documentary, even though she was out here saying like, oh yeah, I enjoy this is feminism, whatever, right? I truly didn't believe that she enjoyed it, right? I feel like this was just like some sort of coping mechanism, but I may just be an idiot because there's this one part where she was crying because she didn't satisfy everyone who came. Some people flew out from different countries to come get that box, you know? Everyone was promised 5 minutes with her, but some people got less than that because I guess they were on some sort of time crunch. So some people only had 2 minutes with her and some people only had 3 when they were promised 5. And after this whole thing, she decided to cry because she felt for these people.
I think that was kind of the hard part, is like conversing with them and like when they'd kind of be like, oh, like we've only had 2 minutes or 3 minutes and you said 5 on the message.
Did someone say that to you?
Yeah. And
I said, damn, shorty, bro, like I didn't even get my 5 minutes, bro. I only had like 3 minutes with you. That shit was so fire, bro. Like, I'm trying to get in there my last 2 minutes, please.
it just makes me feel so bad.
Do you think you should feel bad about that?
Nah, she's crying.
I guess when you've promised something to people who support you, it's
He
kinda
knew
hard
he was
to
doing with the zoom
let them
up.
down.
Nah,
But it's
I'm
up to
weak.
you, right? Like when you know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
feel so
completely real.
bad for
I feel like
them.
she's crying because she's realizing what she just did. I mean, she slept with 100 people in one day. A majority of people in this world don't sleep with 100
what's
people
goody,
before
what's
they
goody,
die. And she did this in
KJ
one day.
online.
Us humans aren't built to sleep with 100 people in one day. Woman or man, it doesn't matter who. You're not built to sleep with that many people in a day and even in a lifetime. Like, that's not something normal.
You
I
want
don't
me
care
to
what you say.
react to
It's not
D-Thing
normal. I know
gang?
it's
I got
2024
you.
and we're trying to normalize everything
got
on this
you,
planet.
gang.
But this isn't normal. So I feel like these tears are more from her regretting her decision rather than her not being able to satisfy everyone. But maybe I'm just being the friend that's too woke right now. Maybe she's legitimately crying for the love of the game. Maybe she's literally just a max prestige tree. And what's even crazier is that I remember there's this one part in the documentary. Josh Peters asked, is there anybody's names that you know on your OnlyFans? Like, do you see anybody that maybe you went to school with, or just maybe a homie or something like that? Do you see those people sub to your OnlyFans? And this woman just said so casually, she was like, oh yeah, some of my dad's friends watch me.
Have you like recognized any of the names in here of people that you might know?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's been some guys like outwardly say like we used to go to school together.
Wow.
Or some of like dad's friends and stuff like that.
Y'all the real gooners! What are y'all doing out here, bro? What you talking about, bro? You got your... Yo, dad need to speak with his mans. Talking about... Oh, yeah, son. I be watching your dirty OnlyFans and shit. Even the niggas from school, you got the real gooners in there, bro.
Messaging you.
Yeah.
This woman is saying this like this isn't weird, like this isn't crazy, and apparently her parents support her.
And she's, bro, she sound mad normal, gang. She sound mad normal.
She essentially tarnishes any accomplishments that she's ever had in life, and now all people are gonna see her as is the girl who smashed 100 dudes shamelessly. But I don't feel bad, and you shouldn't either, because she made the decision, and she's also made the decision to go for the record of sleeping with 1,000 men in one day.
So you might know me as the girl who's been with 101 guys in a day. Now I'm currently in training to do 1,000 guys in a day, and on the 15th December I shall be taking on 300 guys in a day, which is the most amount of guys I've ever done. And so it's going to be hard, but in comparison to the 1,000, this should be light work.
Oh, you thought it was over? Nah, she's just getting started. That was just her rookie game. You're about to see some LeBron numbers soon. I find it wild how this woman is just...
Shit, you on to something now. Shit, I could be 101. I could be like 230, 235 or some shit. Like, wow, like, I even go...
talking about this like it's some sort of challenge. Shawty, this isn't BO6 dark matter. Your cooter is not gonna turn diamond after this. Lily, please stop and get some help. How is 1,000 even possible? In the documentary, she had each dude for at least 5 minutes, and some had to go less than that, right? So how would 1,000 work? Like, would every dude just go in and out, then just leave? And if that's the case, then she'd have to do about 72 dudes per hour for 14 hours to achieve her goal of 1,000. It'll be a little over 1,000 if she's doing 72 per hour, but that's the pace she would probably have to go. Yes, I just did the math on this, which is pretty sad. I'm thinking way too hard on this. Wait, back to my main point. I don't feel bad for her, and you shouldn't either. I've seen many people online trying to blame the adult film industry, blame her team, and even blame the men involved, like this woman wasn't the one who ultimately made the decision to sleep with 100 guys. Yeah, we can say the adult film industry is horrible and they take advantage of young and innocent women, which is true. There's many occasions where the adult film industry has done that, and there's no doubt that her team probably had a huge hand in this whole thing. Not fully though, because she said it was her fantasy apparently. But yeah, we can say all these things, right? We can say, oh yeah, it's the adult film industry, it's her team, it's all these people. But at the end of the day, she was not forced into this lifestyle. It was her choice. She's the one who made the decision to do this, so it's her fault at the end of the day. And apparently her parents are supportive of her career, so we could also blame the parents a bit. But overall, I think it's her fault. It's no one else's fault.
Bro, that's her whole fantasy.
The other day,
that's her whole fantasy.
Talking about the whole situation.
She said,
how is it possible that men do this to a woman? And I feel like, yeah, we can all agree that like all the dudes involved are some losers.
Facts.
Like I said, some of these dudes did fly out from different countries to only have 5 minutes with her. That is some loser activity. But we can't sit here and act.
So she fucking lames too? Well, I mean, how else? Like, only lames would do some shit like that. Let's be realistic. Like, come on. Nigga said, alright, bro. I can't wait. It's about to be my turn.
Like, this woman didn't make the decision to do this. She's the one who made the whole promos and stuff. She was talking about how she's excited, taking this down like it's a challenge. So why are we sitting here blaming the people participating rather than blaming the woman who did it, you know? There's many times where she said this was her fantasy. And even if that was a complete lie, she still did it at the end of the day.
Said that's
so
her
how
fantasy.
Is it only the men's fault?
That's what
over
she wanted.
She's the one that opened Pandora's box. And she opened her box. There was also this other tweet tweet I saw where it was longer than a Harry Potter book. And essentially what the person was saying was that Lillian Phillips was R-worded by 100 men. I'm not gonna lie, this has to be some elite tier rage bait. There's no way that you watch that 47-minute documentary and the conclusion that you came to is that this woman got R-worded by 100 men. When she invited those men over, had them get tested, said she was excited for it, and gave them all consent, yet you think she got R-worded by 100 men? This has to be some elite tier rage bait. At this point, god tier rage bait. Especially since the holidays are coming up.
Ain't nothing wrong with fucking a thought. You gotta keep that to yourself. You know what I'm feeling me? Like, we don't share that with the guys.
What you're trying to do. When are people actually gonna hold this woman accountable for her actions rather than blaming everyone and everything around her? Like, the mental gymnastics that some people are playing instead of just blaming this woman is mind-boggling. Overall, I just think it's her fault, you know? But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All that being said, this is gonna wrap up the video. If you guys made this far,
damn son, that shit fucked up, bro. And she over here thinking shit sweet. Yeah, that's my fantasy, bro. That shit not it, bro. Shit not it, bro. Your parents not gonna respect you. I'm sorry, but hey, man, it's the next 1,000 niggas turn, so you better give them their turn. Make sure you don't fuck the same nigga, cause it don't count as an extra body.